this will be regarding Rodin, so the following case study with the robotic hand. As you can see over here, by default, Rodin will try to go for a symmetric design. And in this case, this will be the following output for the robotic hand. You will have to go over here and you will need to swap this to be asymmetric. Afterwards, you will have to reprocess this. So by default, Rodin will try to apply that symmetry regardless of the reference image. In this case, we saw that this was the close-up for the robotic hand, and the output will be like this. Usually for characters or other elements that are usually symmetric, it's good that by default it will automatically define a symmetric shape. But as we can see over here within a close-up, such as the case study over here, we will have to change that to asymmetric. Now this should process quite fast, and the main advantage is that credits will not be spent. So initially you're just going to upload the image. This will be the first output. And afterwards you can swap that to asymmetric. Now we have the model reprocessed over here. It should update. It's currently being updated. And this will be the result. So again, okay, so even with the asymmetric set, we're going to see that this will be the output. So I'm going to go over here within the asymmetric and I will change the strength to B3. That should force the tool to no longer go for a symmetric design. And let's see how the output will look in this case. We see over here that Rodin managed to identify this as a robotic arm with thumbs up gesture. So we see the thumb over here, quite well detailed. We're going to see those fingers. But this is the problem that it added an additional set of fingers over here. This is due to the fact that it tried again to create this symmetric. As you can see, the symmetry for the shape will be really well defined. But now, by swapping the asymmetric up to 3, it should no longer follow that symmetric line over here straight in the middle of the part. So we have the updated model over here. And as we can see, the updated model will look like this. Now, as we saw within the reference, the fingers are like this, so they should go onto the other side, but as you can see over here, Rodin didn't manage to fully understand that. So the top of the fingers will not be generated. Still, this is how you can control the asymmetric designs. Now, I want to show you again the following feature, which will be bank to parts. But initially, I will conform this as a triangulated meshes. So initially it will just be a single mesh, a triangulated mesh, but afterwards we're going to go ahead and we're going to further separate this into parts. So we're going to have the model now being defined. As we can see over here, it does have some of those surfaces going a little bit inwards. If you're going to check that reference, keep in mind that those are also present over here. So it's not just the reflections over here within that robotic arm. As you can see, it will have the following details. Now we have this mesh created over here. We can also generate, in this case, the material. What is important over here is that as soon as you will conform the geometry, you will no longer be able to separate that into individual components. So that step should be done previously. We're going to say the texture will be soon ready for this model. I didn't really want to separate this into individual components since not all the fingers were regenerated. And you're going to see that the material will look like this. So in this case, we're going to see that Rodin, the PBR material, will look like this. And the shaded one will have those black elements. And also, if you want to see the geometry, you can check over here the preview, and this will give you the geometry with the normal map on top of that. At the end, you can confirm and you can have this model finished. I will also add this into a new input, and I will see if those fingers will be able to be generated, but that will be within a follow-up video. Okay, so mostly this was aimed at asymmetric design and how you can enforce that within Rodin. So I hope you enjoy this kind of content. I'm going to position a similar video on the left side, and I will also add a subscribe button to the right. So that's it. Thanks for watching.